Emotional abuse is a type of abuse that can be hard to recognize. Often, emotional abuse can go unnoticed because there are no physical signs, and the person who is being abused may not even realize that they are being abused. Emotional abuse can be just as damaging as physical abuse, and it is important to know how to recognize it. In this video, we will discuss how to recognize emotional abuse with dark psychology techniques. 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a common technique used in emotional abuse. Gaslighting is when someone manipulates someone else into questioning their own reality. The abuser will make the victim doubt their own memory, perception, and even their sanity. If someone is constantly making you feel like you can't trust yourself and what you perceive, then it may be a sign of gaslighting. 2. Emotional blackmail. Emotional blackmail is when someone uses their emotions to manipulate others. Emotional blackmail can be done in a variety of ways, such as threats, guilt-tripping, or making someone feel responsible for the abuser's feelings. If someone is making you feel like you have to do something for them, otherwise they will hurt themselves, then it can be a sign of emotional blackmail. 3. Silent treatment. The silent treatment is a type of emotional abuse, where the abuser is purposely not speaking to the victim. This is done to make the victim feel powerless and helpless, as they are being ignored. If someone is purposely ignoring you and making you feel insignificant, then it can be a sign of emotional abuse. 4. Isolation. Isolation is a type of emotional abuse, where the abuser wants to control the victim's social activities. The abuser will try to isolate the victim from family and friends, so they can manipulate and control them easier. If someone is trying to control who you spend time with and is trying to isolate you from your loved ones, then it can be a sign of emotional abuse. 5. Blame shifting. Blame shifting is when the abuser tries to shift the blame onto the victim. This is done to make the victim feel guilty and responsible for the abuser's actions. If someone is making you feel like you are responsible for their mistakes, then it can be a sign of blame shifting. Overall, emotional abuse can be hard to recognize. However, by understanding these dark psychology techniques, you can recognize the signs of emotional abuse and seek help if needed. Remember, emotional abuse is just as damaging as physical abuse, and it is important to take it seriously.